Hello, welcome to the TV room. David Bradley here. So, what have I found? Well, I found a box to put things in that I can't test yet, but first I have to take things out to test. For example, here is a power bar. It is. And that's always handy, because you're always running out of spots. Now, does it work? It does not light up, but that does not mean that it is not working. Okay, it seems to be working, because the charging thing I'm doing here lit up and the microphone is charging. So that's good. That's very, very good. Now, here we have another Commodore 64 power supply. Oh, got a little dust on it. And now I believe this one is no good, because you see how I've got the cables all tied up together? I think it's bad. I think it is. So, let's see. All right, now it's plugged in. Nothing is coming up. Now, I've got it on this power bar that I haven't really checked out before, but seems to be working. But is it all working? I don't know. So, I'm going to plug it into another spot. Oh, man. Oh, it is not coming out nice. I think this power supply has not been used much. Okay, so I'm going to plug it in to the end one here that I know was powering the thing. There's nothing. In other words, she's dead, Jim. So there's no point in me even trying to plug this in. Nothing at all. No way, no how. Now, I'll pull this out. Actually, I should, you know what? I should try something else in this power bar. I should, because, you know, I had that other charger thing turned on. But, you know, maybe it was working, maybe it wasn't. I think it was. Let's plug in a lamp and turn on the lamp. And yes, it comes on. So indeed, the power bar is working. The power supply, not. So this needs to be snipped. And as I look, I might just have something. Now, of course, before I do any snipping, oh, God, that's tight. Oh my God. I don't think this has been used much. I don't think I've ever had so much trouble getting something out of there. Okay. Now, I think this has a good cutting area. This is for wire crimping, but I think it has a good cutter in here. So I will take this and I will apply tremendous pressure and cut off the cord. And then I will apply, which actually doesn't require tremendous pressure, and cut off the cord. And here's another one. Now at some point, when I have a better cutter thing, I'll cut more off. Maybe I can do it with these. They seem to cut like butter. I'm not sure if they're big enough though. Oh yeah, that went well. Don't drop it, don't drop it. I don't know how to pick it up again. Oh my golly. Did I drop it? No, I did not drop it. So there's the last little bit that came off. That is handy. It doesn't need to be there. And really, if I'm going to use these things in a garden thing or a flower thing, that doesn't need to be there either. Okay, so good. One snipped power supply. And because I'm right here, and because I can, and because I have the thing to do it with, actually, you know, these would be cool to give out as trophies and put little plaques on them. Because they're almost like little Commodore monuments. Now this one, this is having a harder time getting into the cutting zone. Maybe it is thicker. Excuse me. Oh, we got it. All right. Good. So those can go. All right, I'm sensing. I thought it's drying out again. So I will pop another halt. Snag a little water. All right. So we have more things here that we can't test out of this box, which of course means that this will go back in the box once I get to the point that I can do that. Ooh, looky, looky. Here's a triple tap thing, which I suppose I should test. Oh my word. Oh my golly. This power bar is tight. So let's see. Does the light come on? The light comes on. Okay, good. Now what else do we have in here? An 8K RAM cartridge for a Vic-20, which I do not have a Vic-20 here to test at this moment. Now this is a beautiful thing. This is a little wee wrench. Is it at all helpful for anything Commodore related? No, not really. Although I suppose maybe there's something inside, maybe the pet to take the monitor off. It's a 7 and a 9 millimeter ratchet thing, and you can switch the way they go. And they're very good in some applications where you can't really get a wrench on, but you can just squeeze this in. This needs to go, I guess I'll put it now in the bucket, but it's not going to be much helpful, or very helpful here, because it's just, there's not really any application for it. But I will get it to the toolbox. And then finally in this box, that will become the box that we test things with, we find a little wee radio thing. And I guess it's for a radio and an alarm clock, which of course now, lots of people, including me, I just tell Alexa when to wake me up. And if you're wondering why this thing, this radio thing, has this long skinny wire that seems to do nothing, well, that's the antenna for the FM. I learned that when I was in grade 7 or 8, we had this extra thing we could do every few days, and I was in the amateur radio club, and the fellow knew quite a lot about everything, and he told us that's why these things are here. So, let's see here. It does seem to be, ooh, this could take a 9-volt battery, so it could be good for emergencies when there's no power. So I'm going to plug it in. And indeed, just like the old VCRs, it flashes. So let's see what we have on the side. Radio. Are we on the radio? Yes, we are on FM. Do we have the volume up? We do. Can we tune? We can. Did we hear anything? No. Not anything. Let me check. Oh, maybe I wasn't on radio. I will switch to AM. Oh. Okay, yeah. If you... Okay, so we're working on AM. Let's go for FM. Yep, we're working. Okay. So, It's funny when you have the volume turned down. Guess what? You won't hear anything. Okay, let's go to alarm. Alarm. Let's set that for a minute longer. And we're on the buzzer. And let's see if this goes off. It's funny, you know, one of the things I hope to do in setting up backdrops and things is get a bunch of these things and just have them continually flashing. And flashing and flashing and flashing and flashing. Like in the old VCR days when you could set the time and you could do all kinds of things, but nobody knew how to do it, and we wouldn't do it. Okay, so this should go to 12:02, and it should buzz. Or beep. When the volume doesn't make any difference, it just beeps. But if I press snooze, it'll probably give me another 10 minutes. So this does seem to be working. Joy of joys. All right. Lovely. Now I will reach over and get this box, which just has a few little scraps of paper and a little dust, which I will sweep up later. And I will put the RAM expander back into it. And I will put this RCA cable back into it. And I will put what I think is the Amiga 500 power supply in here, as well as a serial cable. It's funny, I was looking for a box, but of course, this is the same box this stuff came out of. But I can't test it yet because I'm not really here. There's a mouse, probably a 1351. Probably a 1351. So here is the cool thing for, as I remember, the Commodore 128. Because, you know, to use the 80 columns on really an 80 column monitor, you need to get a whole new monitor. If you already had a 64, that was a whole lot of money. I've knocked over the on air sign. Okay, so the IEEE cable is going in. We'll pick up the on air sign. We'll put the box over here. And we'll look and see. So this is tested. This is working. I guess of the stuff that's sitting here that I can't really test yet, that's about where we're at. So I will do a little recycling, do a little sweeping, and I'll look for more stuff. There's always more stuff. And if you remember when I was working in the box room, which I need to get back to, I just kept putting things under the desk. There's no room under the desk anymore. It's full. It's fuller than full. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Anyway, thanks for coming. Have a lovely day. See you at the World of Commodore, November 30th and December 1st, 2024. Bye for now.